Pregame.com.
Sunday morning, the Browns visit the Cowboys in an NFL matchup. You know, this is probably a movie we've seen before. The Cowboys looked pretty good last week, and here they are overinflated again. What would this line have been before that performance last week? I'm thinking about 4 or 5, maybe in the 6 range. Now the Cowboys look good. What do we think? As usual, they're back. They're now a 7.5-point favorite over the Cleveland Browns. I know the Browns are somewhat mediocre, but you know, one thing I'm looking at with the Browns team, their pass defense has been improving over the last month.
They play hard. That team plays hard.
They play hard. VR, let's hear your thoughts on this.
I'm going to tell you this. You're right. We've seen this before. Dallas Cowboys, all of a sudden, they're back. Everyone thought they should have beat Atlanta on Sunday Night Football in front of a national stage. They opened as a dog against Philadelphia. Wise guys bet them. Public bet them. They went out there. They got the job done. They beat Philadelphia. Now, Dallas is back. And what do you get? You get an inflated line. Yeah. You're never going to get value on the Cowboys. The line's always going to be shaded about a point. Because I don't care, they're still America's team. People love the Cowboys. They love to bet the Cowboys. So even when they have winning seasons, they're not a profitable team ATS. And whenever they're extra overvalued like they are right now because of that win last week and how they played in front of a national audience, it's even worse. For me, it's you take Cleveland or you pass. There's really no positive to taking the Cowboys. In fact, I wouldn't go as far as saying tease them, where they just have to win the game. Because these are the kind of games, historically, they've actually lost. And we're always talking, is the coach going to get fired? You know what I mean? Romo throws the interceptions. And it's just, for me, it's take Cleveland like you're doing or leave the game alone, man.
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on Cleveland. A couple things. I mean, we'd all be richer than we are, let's say, if we just go against Dallas as a favorite, go against Dallas when they play in their new home field. They've been a go against the, a horrible. I have
some numbers. I'll go
horrible covering team. And I just want to bring something you said about that Cleveland pass defense. Yeah. And those numbers are even skewed just a little bit. You know why? Because their best cover guy, Hayden, was suspended for 4 games, and those numbers got a little bit inflated the other way because they did struggle without him. But when he's in there, it's a good pass defense.
Yeah, definitely improving. You can see it in the numbers. I mean, go back and look over the last month and skew them against what they've done over the season. It's really a pretty good performance. Chuck, just to address what you were saying, the Cowboys as a favorite in the last 3 years, 6 wins, 17 losers.
You're surprised?
No, but here's even better.
Romo being Romo, baby.
Cowboys is a home favorite. 3 wins, 12 losses.
Of course.
And this fits that pattern exactly.
Perfect profile.
Like I said, what would this number have been a week ago? I think we're looking 4 or 5. 6 is a stretch. Now we're getting 7.5 in this game. Listen, you mentioned it. Cleveland playing tough.
They play hard.
They know they're all playing for their jobs. They got a new owner in, may have a new coach. These guys all want to have jobs.
I was just going to throw in real quick. Their offense has improved. Whedon as a quarterback has improved because Richardson also, the rookie from Alabama, he's gotten so much better as the season's gone on.
Yeah, that's a very good point, but I'm going to address the other side of that. The one vulnerability that Cleveland has is on the ground, and DeMarco Murray, I know he didn't practice today. He's not supposed to practice this week.
Dallas team came into the season saying we're going to have our first 1,000-yard rusher since Emmitt Smith.
They get 85 yards a game on the ground. So Cleveland's weakness is not something that Dallas can exploit. I think this is actually a terrific matchup.
It's a great spot.
This is money out of my pocket. I mean,
I'm all over it.
I gave this on our radio show last night. I was on with Scott Spreitzer. This is my best bet. I love Cleveland this week.
Love it.
I'm with.
Okay, we've talked about it. I'm going to go ahead and make it official.
You sprinkle some money line?
You got to sprinkle, baby.
I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns plus 7.5 over the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas coming off a nice win, but a little bit deceiving against Philadelphia. They got some breaks that made that score look a little more powerful than what it actually was. And as usual, they get inflated in the price. I think Cleveland has a great shot to beat them outright, and plus 7.5 is really a gift. And I'm going to go with VR. Always says sprinkle a little bit on the money line on the dog.
I'm going to have a little bit on that. You have to. If you don't do that, it just makes no sense.
No, because there's too many games like that. So teaser bettors, please stay away from Dallas.
Save your money.
Absolutely.
Save your money.
They may win, but you are not getting value there at all. All right, coming up next, we have the Packers at the Lions, and VR is going to give us his best bet on this one.
A winner.
And you can see all our videos at pregame.tv.